with the smart invoicing integration for CI Premier accounting package version 2.0.0.1. Now, before I go further, I would like to say thank you so much, Team Smart Invoice. You have done a wonderful job. You have assisted us where need was required. So we are actually happy with your services, and I can say the nation is actually uh, indebted to your services, because whatever you are doing actually is helping everyone. So keep on working very hard. Actually, the sky is the limit. So before we go into some other things, let's see, try to appreciate some of the areas what we went through. Okay, here are some of the areas which you need to maybe polish up a little bit. Okay, so if we go into imports, there are some fields which are actually missing from the technical document. I know for sure that, okay, as long as you keep on programming, yes, new fields will be there. So it's not easy to update the document simultaneously, because that document would have been shared already with the users. So it's okay, it's acceptable. The only thing which is required is for the programmers to make sure that they have their error handling facility available. So for example, this one, if I want to import the imports from Askuda World, let's see if we have some data for 2018 there. 2018, okay, 2018 maybe somewhere February 7th there, okay. Right, let me try to do this and see. Okay, we have imported the data there. We are, as you can see, you can see it on the screen. Okay, but the way it is on the screen here, it's very difficult for anyone to read what this is. So what I've done is to first save that information in a proper table, so that we view that information in a form of a report from there, so that at least a person can easily read properly what this is. Okay, so I'll simply say okay. By doing okay, I'm allowing that information to go in an import table, a dump table, so that at least from there I'll be able to create some kind of a readable report. So I'll say okay here. So now, since we have imported that data, let's go to importing from Askuda World here. Okay, what I'll do is I'll select, I hope you saw the date. The date was 23rd, 22 November 2023. So I'll take my date back to, oh no, to, okay, November. Okay, November is this side. November 2022, 2023, like that. Then, now, here, what I want is to view that report. That data which I was showing you there, I want to view it in a form of a report, so that I'm able, as you can see now, it's a proper report. You are able to view the data, which was looking a little bit jumbled. Okay, you can view that data now to say, oh, if you want, you can even print it, so that before you accept or approve that, let it go to Smart Invoice, you are 100% sure that, oh, okay, I've checked that data, is okay. Okay, for example, if you want to go, because I can see there's another page here. So if you want, for example, if you want page 2, sequence number 64, if you feel like this item is for resale, then you can approve it there. You print this page, then all you need to do, you simply come the same form, you simply capture whatever field which are necessary there. Then here, you simply select approve. Then it will go to Smart Invoice as part of the stock for resale. Okay, I think for this one, we have no issues, no problem. Okay, purchases, local purchases also, it has some fields which are appear to be many, but not missing on the technical document. Maybe on that one, if you have time, let someone look at it as well. But I'm not saying it's really not working. It's working okay, but as long as you have a proper error handling facility, you'll be able to track all those fields which are missing. Okay, that's okay. Now, the area which I think you need a bit of looking up or polishing is on rate B. First, before I go to rate B, I want to show you something, okay, here. So, for example, sample cells, that one a cash cell, okay, head office cash cells. So, if I create an invoice like this, okay, yeah, then come here and say maybe we are only selling one loaf of bread or maybe 10 loaves of bread. Okay, just watch carefully. Now, if you check it there, it's showing Zambian kwacha at rate 1. But if you check the body, which is going to ZRI, it has no provision for currency rate. Now, what if we are exporting to Zimbabwe or some other countries? How is it going to be done? Try to see if you can put the exchange rate on allow a field to be part of the exchange rate on that board which is coming in there, so that at least we can deal with the exports as well. Yes, if we are dealing with only sales locally, it's okay. There's no problem. But I'm only concerned where you want to export. Okay. So that, although we have made a provision ourselves to say, okay, in an event in the future, you decide to implement that, you simply make this one available to the bot that goes to your server. Okay. So now I'll save that one. Mhm. Now, to have that information signed, let's come here. Okay. 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 As you can see, there is a beautiful message that is coming there to say this invoice is now signed. This message, I will not remove it. Why? The reason is simple. Because at least it tells the users what has happened to that invoice. Okay, if there is an error, that same error handling message will still show that kind of error, so that wherever they are, if they tell us to say there is this kind of error, we'll be able to know what it is. Assuming that one is just silent, how are we going to know? If there is an error, we'll not know anything. If the invoice has gone through, again, we'll not know anything. We'll be just guessing. So this way is okay. And if you look at that invoice, that error, that message, this is the same message where we are trapping down that information which is showing there into the invoice. We are also capturing that information in the background so that it becomes part of the invoice. So it's very important. So you can see here it says receipt number 65. So if we print that invoice, all these parameters are captured there. If we print that invoice, we'll find that it has pasted receipt number 65. So if I say, okay, yeah, here. So if I come here, that was number 92. Okay. So if I do this, as you can see, just watch carefully. Have you seen that the receipt number which I was talking about is here, 65, okay? And all this important information which was on that message, it has been captured here, okay? This is okay, yeah, so that at least anyone who is looking at an invoice like this one will have no doubt what it is. Yeah, anyone will be able to know to say, actually, this invoice is actually coming from Smart Invoice. The QR code, it is actually made up of this information which you are seeing here. Okay, the date, the receipt number, security data, and the signature. That's what comes in here. Okay, yeah. So at least we know what is supposed to be. So now let's try to pass a credit note. Yeah, this is the area which I want you people to actually follow. All right. Yeah. Well, here, what I'll do, I'll post that one. Mhm. Yeah. By the way of posting this, if I try to reprint that one, it will give me a copy. Yeah. That other one was an original. You can see it's a copy invoice now because I've posted that one, I've authorized it. Okay. Now, let's try to pass a credit note. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll do this. Those were sample sales. Okay. Yeah. So the credit note is here. Then here I'll say, okay, fine. Okay. No. Then here, the generic message, I will remove it. I will put my own. I'll simply say being uh, credit note, credit note, fasting against invoicing number 92. So here I'll also reference 92, even here 92, right? Yeah. So now I'm done with the top part, the header is done. So I'll come here and select those loaves of bread. Okay, we are reversing one. Okay, so here I'll say, okay, right? And save the data. Okay, then come back here, all right, and do this. I'll say no here. Okay, do you see what has happened there? That invoice is uh, already existing. I did it deliberately so that you know how this system works. Okay, you see what happens there. So that is okay. Yeah. So this is exactly what I was looking for. Okay, that invoice is already existing, so can never be transmitted there. So let's see if there are some, if we can create one which is not yet used. Let's see. Same. Okay, I think 94, I think is also used, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's see. Create it note. Okay, now here. Okay, maybe the generic message, I'll leave it that way now. So that was 92. We are passing that one against 92. Okay, yeah, all right. Then here, I'll say loaves of bread. So -1, okay, yeah, it's okay, yeah, save, yeah. We come here and do this. Okay, yes, have you seen that this one has gone through because it doesn't exist there? This is okay. Yeah. So the credit note has gone through. So now if I come here, my invoice would have come this side. All right. So if I do this, yeah, there is my credit note. Okay. With the generic message here. Okay. Wrong transaction. Yeah. Which is okay. So the controls, as far as I'm concerned, they are working okay. I have no problem. I can't even complain about it. Now, let's see, try the one for rate B. Let's see what happens there. Okay, so let me use that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. So now rate B is 70. Okay, maybe $5 here. I can confirm here what is the rate which it has given us. Okay, it's B here. Okay, that's okay. Good. So save. So do it like this. Good. Okay. This one does exist already. Okay, the reason is simple because I'm using, I've got a database which has been already used. So it has some invoices which are already signed. So it's okay. I'll keep on going. I want to see if I know my sequence, there are some which are in between, which I didn't use. So, okay, let me try the other one. That one 96, I think. Let's see if it's not yet used. Yeah. Yeah, I was using some. Yeah. Now, because I copied the database somewhere, so some of the invoices are definitely used already. So anyway, it's part of the controls, which is okay. So let me try this one. Okay, let's see what happens. This one is not yet used, so this is okay. Yeah, this one goes through. Now, I think that was 96, 97. I doubt if I used that one. Okay, so this one is rate B. As you can see, rate B has come out. Now, that 248 which you are seeing is actually calculated from, let me see, let me confirm the calculations first. Calculator, calculator here. So if I say 180 multiplied by 16 divided by 16, then multiply by how many? 10. Okay. Yeah, that is 248.28. That's okay. So the tax rate is being calculated on the higher of the unit price, which is 150 and the 180. No problem. I have no problem with that one. It's okay. That's way how it should be. Okay. So it's okay. Now, after doing that, let's try to pass a credit note. See where the challenge is. Okay. That was Kanungaevo. All right. Credit note. Yeah. So, okay, I'll use the generic message there. Okay. So that credit, that the invoice which we are referring to was 96, 96. Okay. So, okay, cement. So -1. Okay. So that's okay. Okay. Now we try to save this one. All right. Okay. Okay. Do you see this message here? This is why I'm saying the credit note does not go for B. So this is where you need to come in and try and fix that one. Okay. So the credit note for rate B, it can't go no matter what it is. So now the only thing which I can do, I hope that 899, I think I'll write it somewhere, is referenced somewhere in your book. I haven't really looked at it, but I'll take note and see what is referenced on 899 there. Okay. But anyway, you have seen this. This is all what I wanted to show you. Okay. There are actually three things which I wanted to show you. If an invoice is processed already, the system can't allow, which is 100% correct and I have no problem. Okay. Number two, the invoices for A, B, C, D, C1, C2, C3, they go through without problems. Credit notes, they go through without problems. But for B, the invoice go through without problems, but a credit note doesn't go through. So see what you can do, what you can advise on how to pass rate B as a credit note. So this is one thing which I thought I can share with you. And also the exchange rate, don't forget. Yeah, because see, it's not always when you'll be selling in Zambia. Some of these companies, like most of our clients, you find that they are exporters. They will be exporting these things. They will require to export in US dollars, maybe South African rands, things like that. How is it going to be done? Maybe work on that one. Once you are done, let us know so that we include the necessary fields and test the whole thing we move on. For now, I'll say thank you so much for the job which you have done so far. Yeah, it has actually helped us. Let me first post this one as well. Yeah, it has actually helped us a lot. We have learned a lot from you guys, from the professionals like yourselves. Yeah, no one can take it away from you.